Hello, hello, hello. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review of the Braxton Family Values. I just did a whole 18-minute video. And when I hit end, I was like, that's too goddamn long, Jay Lee. Just redo it. I'm trying to get this in under 5. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all my subscribers, the people who watch my videos. I'm brand new to vlogging. I haven't said this before, so I just want to say it right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm hoping to stay consistent with this and get more and more views, get more and more subscribers. And hopefully in a year, I'll have like 1,000 subscribers. And I'll have like 3,000 views per video. But thank you for the people who are tuning in right now. I'm very happy when I have just 24 views or just 60 views or just 2 views. You know, you have to start somewhere. Anywho, back to Braxton Family Values. The episode was basically about the sisters finally coming together and having a conversation with their dad and his wife, who they don't like because Mr. Braxton cheated on Evelyn with this lady, Miss Wanda, who was now his wife, and married her. You know, Mama Braxton found out that Mr. Braxton and his wife was there because Logan told. Why did Logan tell? Because Logan's 3. So when Mr. Braxton said, Logan, don't tell your mama, he's 3. They tell everything. Like if you're cheating, they'll tell. If you steal, they'll tell. If you hiding from the police, they're going to tell the police. So, whatever. But, you know, Mama Braxton found out. She was not happy about it. And she was like, fuck you guys. I'm going home. In my Cartman voice. You know, she left the island. She left Mexico because she was uncomfortable. She did not want to be, well, she did not want them in her space. I totally get that. She has every right to not want them in her space. That is her ex-husband. She's okay with having him around when it's just him because they have children. And, you know, sometimes even when your children are adults, they want to see both of their parents together. So I think Miss Evelyn has always made exceptions to be around Mr. Braxton for the sake of their daughters and their sons. Their son, but she ain't trying to be around that lady. She don't like that lady. She don't want to be around her. She like, you fucked my husband and then married my husband. I don't like you, and I get it. So she left. So all the sisters met up for dinner, and Tony surprised them to say, surprise, I invited Daddy and his wife to dinner. They didn't know. So that was the whole episode of them at dinner. It was painful. It was heartbreaking. You know, also, I'm pretty sure it was a little bit, like 2% healing. The girls, the Braxtons, for the most part, did not like Miss Wanda. They assumed Miss Wanda was the reason that Mr. Braxton was not coming around. Lo and behold, his old ass, what did Miss Braxton say about him a long time ago? He was spreading the low and some, whatever. But they assumed it was the wife who was saying, you know, don't be around the kids, not, you know, to not be around as much. And lo and behold, it was him. They brought up how, you know, at Tony's wedding, Tony wasn't happy because she didn't think he was coming. He showed up at the last minute because they told him that he couldn't bring his wife. He did show up for Tony's wedding at the end and did walk her down the aisle. But for Trina, who also said you can't bring your wife, he didn't show up to Trina's wedding. And for the longest time, they assumed it was because Miss Wanda, his wife, said, you know, no. But nope. Who said it? It was Braxton. Mr. Braxton's decision to not go, even though his wife was saying, no, you should go be with your children. So it was an eye-opener to the sisters because they were like, all this time we've hated you. We wanted to kill, stab, and murder you because we blamed you. And all this time it hasn't been you. It's been our dad. Basically because he was uncomfortable around the girls because of what he did. He hadn't been the best father, so for him it was hard to be around them, and he made those decisions to not be around. So it was heartbreaking to see Trina hear that, you know, and then she's sitting there quietly crying because in your heart of hearts you assume your father wouldn't make the decision to come, and it's easier if you think, Well, his wife told him not to come, so I can always blame her. And I can be mad at her. But now you have to accept, damn, my daddy didn't want to come. Like, he made the decision to say, fuck my wedding. So that part was hard. But as as Tamar was saying, you know, you have to choose your children over everything else. It's not about you. It ain't about mama. It ain't about Miss Wanda. We were your children, and you didn't choose us. And, you know, he said how he wished he could have did things differently. He wished he could, you know, take stuff back. But Tony kept making the good point of, we're lucky enough to have our father here. He's almost 70, you know, but we have him here, so we're not going to beat him down like, you know, whatever. I'm a believer in, if a parent is not involved in my life or in your life, you have a reason to address that you're not happy with the choices that they made. You can address it, and then you can let it go. And then from there, it's however you both see fit for things to go. We're either going to move forward and get back to know each other, or get closer, or we'll just continue to be strangers in the night. You know, it is what it is. But Mr. Braxton did have remorse and say how he was, you know, he admitted he made bad mistakes. Even though he kept on saying that, you know, me and Evelyn's marriage was really bad. We were going through it. I was, you know, Miss Wanda started off as a friend, and it just spiraled, and I cheated, you know, same old, same old. But he admitted that what he did was wrong. But he kept trying to make excuses in some way, because he kept saying stuff like, because he kept just saying that they had a bad marriage, that it was tough for them, and he strayed. My thing is, if you're married, it's going to be hard. And if it's that bad, then you do get a divorce. But if you cheat while you're still married, you can't use the excuse of we were having issues as a reason you cheated. That's just not how life goes, buddy. Great episode overall. Happy they were able to say to Ms. Wanda, we're sorry for blaming you. And, you know, it wasn't you. Ms. Wanda did end up leaving the table because she was also very emotional. And I think she wanted to give Braxton time with his daughters. She was there long enough to see how they felt. And when she noticed that they needed time to talk to their father, she let them talk to their father, which showed she's never trying to be the hurt that they feel from what their father lacked at that time of, you know, not being around. She gave them their space to have conversations without her being the awkward elephant in the room that they are trying to either demonize or, you know, raise up on a pedestal. I like that she did that. It showed that she know she's a little piece of the hurt that they feel, but she also don't want that to continue. So I guess it's a starting point. It was a good episode. Happy about it. I do think parents who are absentee in any sort of way should make an effort to get back in their children's lives. And you can't expect the child to be the one consistently reaching out, because the child, most of the time, whether you are a kid or 35 or 40, you know, is still a parent. So I like how they kind of, they didn't implode. It wasn't the whole thing of, now can't nobody have a conversation. Now the doors of communication are open for them to have more communication with their dad, and they see that he did feel bad. So it was good. You know, I liked it. I can't wait to see next week when Mama Evelyn be like, I don't want to meet that lady. Fuck that lady. But it's late. It's like 1:36 in the morning. So I'm going to bed. Thank you for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Until next time. Peace, America. J. Lee's Corner. I'm out.